My friends, their band played at the nude resort, and so I tagged along to be nosy. When I got there, I was instantly greeted by tons of naked people.
Hey, I'm Linda, and I've been a nudist for 10 years. This is how I got started. I had the invitation to meet with two of my friends, and it was actually a surprise. They didn't tell me it was going to be a naked beach. They said we were going to be going to an amusement park, and we were going to be going to the beach. So I packed all my things, I stayed overnight with them, and then they surprised me and said it's actually a naked beach. And so I had a moment where I had to decide if I wanted to do it, and if I could do it. I decided I wanted to, I was interested in it, and so I was like, I was gonna go for it. I remember being afraid, being nervous. I remember being worried about what my friends would think of my body, being worried about my hair situation. So the morning of, I made sure I shaved everything. Later I realized that was not necessary. It was really exciting. I loved it, but I was also nervous at the same time. And I actually remember texting my boyfriend at the time in all caps, like, I'm naked right now. I was very exhilarated by it all. There was a guy that had clothes on who came up to us, and he said, "Oh, I'm nervous. This is my first time being here. Like, how did you do that? Like, how do you do this?" And so eventually he got naked, and we were able to coach him through it. And then I was hooked.
I have been a nudist now for, wow, almost 6 years. I was always curious about it, you know, living in South Florida, it's been at the back of my mind. You got the South Beach situation. I had no idea there was an actual nude beach within 30 to 40 minute drive for me. So as soon as I found out, I had to go and try it. I had looked online before I went, and I came across a woman who was visiting from Texas with her husband, and they were looking for someone local to meet them there at the beach, hang out. So I met them there, very nervous. I mean, first of all, meeting someone on Craigslist that I've never met before, not only that, but at the nude beach, that was kind of weird to me. They were really nice people. They've been nudists for a very long time. I was very nervous at first about, you know, getting naked out in public, other people around, but, you know, once I did it, drop my pants, you look around, no one's looking. Everybody's minding their own business. Everybody's doing their own thing. Sat out, enjoyed the sun, talked to my new friends from Texas, and I had a great time. I never saw them again. They went back to Texas. After that, that's actually when I decided to put that I'm a nudist in my dating profiles. So I actually met someone on one of those apps. She sent me a message. "Hey, fellow nudist, I'm one too." And then she actually was the one who introduced me into the group I joined, the Florida Young Natress, which really opened it up into so much more, because we have live music, there's the food, we have yoga classes, there's so much to do. And I love it. I really do.
Hi, I'm Ebony, and this is the reason why I became a nudist. My friends, their band played at the nude resort, and so I tagged along to be nosy. When I got there, I was instantly greeted by tons of naked people. But they were the most loving people that I think I'd ever experienced right off the bat. I ended up hanging out with some people that noticed that I was almost 6 foot tall. And they started talking to me about volleyball, and they educated me on volleyball being the dominant sport and how they travel all the time, and asked me if I'd be interested in coming back to play ball the next day. As nervous as I was, I came home, I talked to my mother just to be sure I wasn't doing anything that was gonna upset my family, although I wanted to do it. And I wasn't confident about getting nude, but the volleyball players assured me they weren't gonna make me be naked so that I could relax enough to play ball. And before I got out of church the next day, I had missed several calls from volleyball players asking me if I was still coming back and that they were paying my day fee so that I could come back and play ball. So I went back and played ball. Now, I cried the whole 20-minute drive there because I was scared of being naked, but I went back and I went back and I went back and I cried every drive out there. But every week, I slowly got a little more naked. And by the end of the summer, I showed up for a birthday party of someone there and was trying to hype myself up in the car the whole drive going, I'm gonna get naked today. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it today. And I got in and I parked my car and I took all my clothes off. and I put this sarong around my waist and I put the flip-flops on. And as I walked up to the party, there were about 30 people that saw me coming, and someone screamed, "Oh my God, Ebony's finally naked." And the entire group applauded. And I cried because I had struggled so hard to get there, and they didn't realize the impact that they had had on me, how beautiful they all were, and how beautiful they wanted me to see that I was, and it wasn't something that I was ever seeing. So it was life-changing. They made me love me. And prior to that, I couldn't figure out, if I couldn't love me, how could someone else love me? And now I'm almost 10 years later, I'm a different person. I'm content and happier than I've ever been in my entire life.